As we mentioned, Israeli and Lebanese officials met in Washington today for their first direct diplomatic discussions in more than 3 decades. Secretary Rubio participated in the talks in an effort to end fighting between Israel and the Iranian-backed proxy group Hezbollah in Lebanon. Let's bring in CBS News intelligence and national security reporter Olivia Gazis. What came from today's talks in Washington?
Sure. Well, the question is, what kind of deal was sought? Because before these talks started, Secretary Rubio worked to both raise the bar and lower expectations about the outcome, saying that the talks were actually about a lot more than a ceasefire, namely a long-term push to degrade decades of Hezbollah's influence in Lebanon. And that, too, was something that he acknowledged wasn't going to get done in one meeting in one day. That said, as you noted, the optics alone were quite significant here. All sides acknowledged it was rare and notable and an achievement in itself to get direct engagement from representatives of countries that have been technically at war since 1948 to this day, and that haven't engaged substantively since, as you pointed out, 1993. So the main outcome after a 2-hour meeting appears to have been limited to an agreement to launch direct negotiations at a mutually agreed time and venue. There was no Israeli commitment to halt military operations in southern Lebanon, and there was no concrete indication that the Lebanese government would take new steps to crack down on Hezbollah. So it remains unclear whether this diplomatic opening, however promising at the onset, actually translates to a markedly different outcome on the ground in the immediate term.
As we were talking about with Ellie, Pakistan is pushing for a second round of talks between the U.S. and Iran. This 2-week ceasefire between the two set to expire a week from today. Where do things stand?
Sure. So we don't at this point have firm official confirmation from any one side that talks will resume. And we don't have any clear information as to what level that would take place if they do. The last round brought together technical experts from a number of teams across the U.S. government, from the State Department, from the White House, and from the Pentagon. It's an open question whether those officials actually remained in the region in order to keep negotiations moving forward. We were told yesterday by multiple officials that there was continued engagement behind the scenes. But the president today told another outlet that the next couple of days could see a reunion, a resumption of those talks, chiefly, he said, because of Pakistan's field marshal, for whom we have now discovered the president has a very well-known affinity.